I think Mark froze.
He's either frozen or moving very, very still.
Oh,
there he is.
All right, here we are. Hey, Emery, thanks for joining us. Jacob, you want to lead us off? Go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Emery? I know you guys got a lot of depth at the wide receiver position. I know you got a lot of young guys in there too that maybe haven't got a ton of snaps, but are there any guys so far in spring practice that have maybe some of the younger guys in that room that have kind of impressed you or started to emerge as guys you think are ready to make an impact this season when the games, kick off?
I think so far this spring ball, everybody's kind of working pretty well. We got a couple of guys like Justin Olsen, who's starting to become a good guy to have in during the game and things like that. We got a couple of the young guys, Gavin Blackwell and Kobe Pacor and JJ Jones. They're doing well. You can still tell they're kind of coming out of the high school ball, but they're quickly learning. They're getting them past the learning curve right now. Tyler Craft, he's looking good, looking stronger from last year, from his freshman year. And of course, Josh, Josh is being Josh. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And then I just think with that overall as a group, we're breaking the barrier. We're starting to pile those days up to where we're starting to get better and better.
Quick follow-up, Emery. How has your role changed on this year's team? Obviously, you guys lost to, with Diami and Daz and Michael and Javante leaving. You got a ton of yards to replace this year, but you were a guy that played a lot last year and especially towards the end of the season too. How has your kind of role changed going into this season in terms of maybe on the field and leadership-wise as well?
I know leadership-wise, they're looking for me to be more of a outspoken guy, kind of point guys in the right direction and take on that leadership role. They felt like over the past years I've been here that I've always led by example and that I can, and I now I have the right to lead, and they're giving me the chance to lead. But I think my role like on the field is starting to, it's more high expectations now coming into this season. Now that me having a couple like playing a lot last year, having more game reps, having that under my belt. So now the coach is looking for me to take it up even more of a notch, since now we do have to replace those numbers from Diami and Daz. And now the train just going to keep moving. And now they're just looking for me to come up and make those same type plays.
Thanks, man.
Okay. Dina King, go ahead.
Hey, Emory, I got a couple of questions. Bo coming back, how huge is he going to be in that wide receiver group with his experience? I guess along with you two guys are probably the most experienced in that group.
It's going to be very important. With Bo coming back for his fifth year, it's big. It's going to be a big help. Bo's a big guy, go up and get it. So, and then just with him helping with that leadership role, it's going to play a huge part in our room, with our room being so young. Because it's me, I think the oldest in the room is actually me, Bo, and Antoine Green. We're the three oldest in the room. So with us three, like being the oldest, we gotta depend on each other to kind of get these guys right. With our room being, we got a lot of depth in the room, but we're so young, so we got to kind of coach them guys up. So with having Bo in the room, it's great. It's great to have him back.
A little off topic. I understand Coach Hubert Davis, the new basketball coach, come by and saw you guys. What was that like, having him speak to the group?
It was good. You never know, like, it's good to always hear somebody's backstory with Chapel Hill and with how long they've been in Chapel Hill. And just for him to come up and talk to us, it reminds me so much of Coach Brown, with just like hospitality and the kindness and caringness for this university. And that's what I got from him. He loves Coach Williams, but he feels like that he gave him the knowledge and the tools to take Carolina keep Carolina basketball at the same level it is now.
Thank you.
All right, over to Gregory Hall, please.
Hey, Emery, you mentioned that being an outspoken leader is a role that you're kind of expected to fit in by the coaching staff. Is that something that you're comfortable doing and that you feel like you're ready for?
Naturally growing up, yeah, I was never the outspoken guy. I was always lead by example and kind of do it softly. I was never out in like publicly encourage. I'll come up to you and say something. But I think now I'm still starting to realize and get into the fold where I do. Okay, it's time to step out of that comfort shell and kind of voice your opinions a little bit, but do it respectfully. And I know how to do that. So I think I'm slowly but surely starting to work my way into that role.
Is there anyone that you kind of have learned that from? Because I know that wasn't always the case for Michael Carter either, but he kind of had to learn that himself. Is there anybody the past couple of years that you kind of looked up to that you can feel like you can now be that guy?
I was gonna say Michael Carter was my first answer. Michael Carter and then Antonio Williams, so both running back. Both of them I saw. Antonio was my host on my official visit coming up here when I was a recruit. And then just when I got up here and saw how he led, I took that. And then once he left, I looked at Mike and I looked how Mike talked to me as a leader. And I appreciate it down the road. Now, me and Mike, I still talk to Mike now, kind of chatted up, but that's who I look, them the two that I look at as far as leadership and who I took from.
And then did you accomplish what you wanted to last season? And what can you take away from last season to carry forward to this upcoming season?
Last season I accomplished a pretty good amount of what I want to do. I wish I could have had more catches and stuff, but I mean, for what it's worth, I'm glad I did what I was supposed to do, or I'm not gonna say it wasn't unexpected, but it was kind of everybody, and I kind of enjoyed that feeling. But I just knew last year it was like I said, being next man up mentality. And so I'm glad I just kind of was able to stick it through that season, even though not getting a lot of reps at the beginning of the season, but then surely down the road, starting to get more and more reps and started piling on those catches every game and starting to get the feel for the game. So I feel like last year was another step up for me from my freshman year.
And then my last question, what's it like battling Cam Kelly in coverage in the secondary?
It's crazy because I really don't see Cam that much. So I see him going against the slots, and he's gonna give us slots and run for their money. Most of the time, I'm always in man with Tony, Kyler, Storm. So them the guys I always see. I see Cam rarely on occasions, but I do see him when I'm on the sideline and he's going against the slots. Because Cam is that guy. He's gonna put his nose on the ball and gonna lay it to you. But yeah, that's all I can say about Cam.
Sweet, appreciate it, Emory.
Yes, sir.
All right, Emery, that's all we have for you today. Appreciate your time.
All right, now y'all have a good one.